How's it going, guys? So this will be a review going over 4 TMRs I think that everybody at this point should have in the game. They're really, really good. They're probably among some of the best in general in the game anyways, but we'll talk about kind of builds you want to go for, the TMRs you'll put on them, and generally what kind of characters you would want to see this use on. So starting out, we're looking at the Emberlight Mantle. It already starts out with like a good amount of defense, and HP is not bad on it as well. So with this, I would probably want to go defense. You could go spirit as well. Probably magic and attack as far as your offensive. You could possibly do something else, but I wouldn't really want to go with agility. Generally with this, I think I would want something that can take hits while just dealing massive amounts of damage back. But I would definitely want to pick one path. If I'm going to go magic, I want to go straight up defensive and magic. You can complement that with freezies who give spirit, somebody who I would imagine could still get their agility from like another piece of equipment, so it really wouldn't be that big of a deal or slow them down that much, and they're getting a good amount of stats from it. But definitely for this piece of gear, I would say if you're going to go defensive and attack, go with Dwayne, Mont, any kind of physical tank. This is also if you don't have June's TMR, because I feel like that's probably just going to trump this one in general as far as the ability that it gives, and it allows your tank to pretty much be a tank while you can also pretty much do everything to this one that you would do to that one. Okay, looking at our next piece of gear, generally I would definitely want to go magic outright with this one. Having that barrier with that heal is definitely clutch, so I would want to go healing power up. Can make it more defensive, offensive, just really whatever you want. But I feel like this is definitely going to be easier to build. I would primarily put this on a magic dealer. I really wouldn't want to use it for like slash attacks and stuff like that, because I feel like they're probably somebody that you want a little bit, faster. And this is something that's more something you would probably use for your healer, people who can't generate barriers on their own, or in case the barrier ran out. There's a lot of units that can use this piece of gear. Pretty much any pure magic attack user, I would go with that. If you want to make this for like slashing magic, that's really up to you. But for the second piece of gear, I probably would go with spirit or defense. Just pretty much the same build. Any kind of penetration defense, max HP. You want the healing power up though, that is for sure. I think one of the more important things. You definitely want the magic attack up. You want magic up. You want any kind of magic you can get. Temper these to magic, and probably temper the defensive ones to HP, and you're probably gonna have something ridiculous. Now on to the most obvious. Yeah, this gear is just ridiculous with the AP. I went, with luck and agility, just because I probably would use this with my evasive units, just because of the agility that it gives. You could make this more defensive, but one thing outright is you would definitely keep agility on this no matter what. The agility on this is outright already good, but to be able to give it that complimentary 3 is pretty useful. There's so much you can do with this, but I would definitely try to make it probably more attack oriented, because the majority of your mages aren't really going to need that much AP unless it's like a spell blade or something like that that struggles with AP, that you want to cast that real quick. But yeah, this is definitely not it. I would go a straight up attack oriented type things. You want outright attack up. You could go to disable up, would be really good. Stop, resist, anything like that. You don't have to worry about silence or anything. Max HP, defense, slash attack, all that, resistance, penetration. Like I said, there's just so much you can do with it. It's really up to you, but as long as it goes within a physical attacker, because this thing is definitely one of the better TMRs in the game, if not the best still. Moving on to a piece of gear, I actually have had a lot of fun trying to build this thing up. Natively coming with slash attack resist, so there's no point in trying to add on to that doesn't stack. So with this, I use it for a tank. I went with HP for an all elemental resist and max HP. You can go defense and spirit, but there's nothing to really complement that. So I felt like HP was really good. You could possibly go with like evade, crit evade. I don't know. Like I said, I feel like HP is probably the better one to have, and obviously go magic or attack with it. And beyond that, as far as for your defensive nodes, you want magic resist. You want any kind of resistance that obviously isn't slash, and healing power up for the tank that you're using so that they get a bigger heal. You can go accuracy. It may be useful. Any kind of elemental resist that you find useful. I would definitely not do this. Spirit penetration, max HP. You probably want to go magic. It's a really, really good piece of gear. I would definitely take it either physical or magical. Use it for a tank. Give it HP. It's going to be beast. And with that, I hope you guys enjoyed the video. Please be sure to like, share, subscribe. Anything to support the channel would be huge to me, and I would definitely appreciate it. Have a nice day.